wrote. What's the movie?
That's
Jackie
not
Chan. Jackie Chan.
Are you saying Fuqua?
No. Antoine Fisher's been writing screenplays for 20 years.
They keep saying it's
the movie with.
I'm
talking about Antoine Fisher.
You wrong, Bobby.
No, I'm talking about what I know.
It's okay to be wrong. Antoine Fisher.
Not long he been writing and rewriting.
When Hills living ass ain't got no paper.
No, but the way he was saying it, Corey, was bad.
He wrote Rush Hour 1 and 2.
Who?
Antoine Fisher wrote Rush Hour.
Okay. Well,
1 and 2.
Jackie Chan got the money.
No, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed at what screenwriter.
He said Antoine Fisher wrote Rush Hour.
He was a screenwriter for Rush Hour 1 and 2.
He's better like Antoine, like Antoinette, or Antoine like Hood.
Okay, y'all can say whatever you want to say. I just know that the man has been on that Sony lot writing and rewriting screenwriters make money in perpetuity.
I believe that.
Okay, and he been rewriting.
What happened?
He rewrote
You got some
Training
facts?
Day.
No, I don't got the facts right there yet. But I'm saying just to back up, kind of what you were.
We went on a tangent.
What you were talking about was the way he was saying it was making it feel like if you moved out of the hood, it was bad thing. That's what I thought.
It's not a bad thing to move out of the hood.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Because he kept saying, well, I live in the hood. And almost like, you know what I'm saying, Bobby? That's what I caught.
I don't. But see, that's the thing about it.
People with money don't stay in Baldwin Hill.
We all have. You'd be amazed at the number of people who
But
stay.
he was making it sound like, oh, you abandoned the hood.
I know people been in Baldwin Hill because they want to be in Baldwin Hill and could have moved to Beverly Hills a long time ago. Never left Baldwin Hill.
But why keep saying
they
that?
built
If they
there.
did that,
Well, it ain't just him though.
Who do you know like that?
Mr. God. Mr. God done had money for 30 years.
It say he wrote ATL, Antoine Fisher's The Life of Mine and Leon T. Gar Story and Summer Friend.
Well,
They said he wrote Pootie Tang.
Well, the jokes are wonderful. But what I'm saying is, I know
Jay wrote a motherfucking thing.
Well, if that's,
he wrote the police when them bitches was motherfucking raping his ass.
That's cool. We're gonna go that way. But my point, and the larger point that I was wanting to make
took
is,
my dick.
It's about relationships and your own constitution. And I can handle that because it's worth fighting over this point that I want to make as it relates to the conversation. We all got relationship with different people on different levels. As men, if you're a man, you can accept the fact that your relationship is going to be different with Zoe than it's going to be with me. But as long as I'm respectful to you, as long as I'm respectful to Zoe, as long as I'm respectful to this brother right here, there's an opportunity for growth and change that is irrespective of what's going on with women.
That's true.
And that's the thing that I'm fighting for every day is relationship with the brothers that I respect who have talent that I can benefit from and try to bring something to them that they can benefit from, because that's where we got to go if we're going to survive as men.
Okay.
Nah, I can go with that. That's real.
That's real. Yeah. That's what I'm listening.
Brother that made money, man.
Hey, man, that motherfucker told
Brother
you
makes
some
money.
bullshit.
It ain't what he had to tell me.
He didn't put it on his IMDb. He need to tell him.
Well, see,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
That's your way of saying
Okay, let me tell you something about how money's made in this country. Who at this table has ever heard of Chuck Finley?
The picture?
No, Chuck Finley, the musician, studio musician,
It says
made more money.
That's what Fisher
than
wrote
any-
Cazale with Shaq.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I know for a fact when he goes to do a speaking engagement, you know how
Baldwin
much.
Hills money.
No,
That's what the fuck he get.
No, it's not. Baldwin Hill.
Motherfucker, goddamn it. I'm a motherfucking man. I'm a realist.
No,
I
man.
know what them houses in Baldwin Hills cost, and I know what them houses with them niggas with money cost, and he ain't fucking with them.
Well, the brother that was living next door to
I
him
don't
in
stay
Baldwin
around them
Hill-
niggas because I ain't got the money. I ain't gonna perpetrate.
Okay.
But if I do buy a house, it ain't gonna be where, goddamn it, you walk to the grocery store and some bitch like, motherfucker, have a yacht. I'm like, what, bitch, get your bum ass out of
That's
here.
a personal decision.
You goddamn right. I grew up in that shit. I'm from the motherfucking Robert Taylor homes. I done put my work in with ignorance. I want to die around bigots.
Yeah, I'm with him.
I want to die around racist, coward motherfuckers who ain't gonna do shit but try me with my back turned. In the hood, it ain't no motherfucking try you with your back turned. It's when you get out the gas station. You have.
Well, guess who done bought back into Baldwin Hills now, though?
Who? Antoine
Young
Fisher
white
bought-
people.
But I was just,
yeah.
Young white people, young
What's
Asians.
wrong with moving
Them
out? He
motherfuckers
kept
got
saying
tired
that.
of driving to
He
get
kept-
drugs.
he kept
That-
forgetting.
Them motherfuckers' daddy could just buy them a house like it ain't nothing. That ain't no reaching. Bobby, that ain't
Did you hear
shit.
that? He said, white people move back into in the Baldwin Hills.
Because they lived there in the
So they
first
don't have to
place.
drive real far to get drugs.
You know what?
But they the first one to live around here.
Oh my God.
God damn it, they don't want to have to travel back to the valley with that shit in the car. That's a whole nother charge.
Like we did
Why
come down
They
here.
did. The jungle, yeah, the jungle
Hey,
used
my
to be
dad
Jewish.
can buy this little fucking $300,000 house.
White people are moving back to the hood all over the country.
Yeah, because
Right, because they just took the hood. You can't go over there where they at.
They said Antoine Fisher, Major Vest.
Fuck y'all, nigga.
y'all quit playing this man.
So they ain't used to see me dressed like that, goddamn. When I was Jesse Jackson, they'd be like, he's very astute.
Right. So,
Man.
We put too much effort in there.
Yeah,
Antoine Fisher.
that just
we really did.
Antoine Fisher got a Section 8 crib, nigga.
We went all over the place.
Oh my God, we did.
I don't even know how we got
He got the
there.
first Section 8 crib. That's the history.
I don't even know where we got there, but we done went
He was
there.
talking that shit that day he came on the show. I gave him a pass. I should have got his ass.
Corey doesn't remember sitting on that thing. They sat on that.
repressed anger you been
It is.
Yeah.
Because that motherfucker said you're going to wind up living in a hotel. And it was deeper than that.
no,
Yeah.
Because I know where that shit came from. And I was like,
Right.
this dirty motherfucker.
No,
Yeah.
but he did keep reiterating the fact that
But-
he still stayed in the hood, and the people that moved. I was like,
But
I hate motherfuckers who act like they in the hood because they. Let me tell you something. I can adapt. I'm not far from the streets. Meaning, like I'm not.
You
I'm
keep
not
talking,
living
right.
there no more. Like I don't live in the hood because of my mental stability right now. I need to be somewhere where I'm only arguing with these bigots I live next to. But I'm not that far removed from my people where I don't know what's going on. I
Right,
can say
right.
this with all the confidence in the world. When black people buy a house in the hood, it's because that's what they could afford. I hate when motherfuckers, especially when they bold enough to say, oh, I'm still in the hood with it. Motherfucker, you couldn't afford the other shit.
now you saying that 100% that everybody that stays in the hood is there because they can't afford to stay in the
That
hood?
ain't what I said.
That's what I'm asking.
Nothing is 100%.
Okay, well,
In
what
this
percentage
world.
you saying
Like
then?
sometimes we might say black people do that. That shit
I'm
is
not saying
just,
all,
you
right,
misspoke that.
right.
Okay, I just
But
want
I'm
to be clear
saying-
about that.
I'm saying most of the people, and I'm not
Okay.
talking about
Right.
most like
Right.
70%. I'm
Okay.
talking about high 90s. You bought a house in the hood because that's what you could afford. I stand on that.
Okay, all right.
And that motherfucker could
I'm gonna have to
disagree
agree
with me.
because I'm gonna have to agree because if you think about it this way, if you think about it this way, where I live at, the people who, if I rob them and they rob me, we still have nice houses, just different furniture.
Right.
If you live in the hood, if they rob you, they came up. You can't rob them, so you became a target. And nobody would purposely put themselves in a situation to be a target where you lay your head. So he's right on that.
I don't even
Ice Cube tried it for a second. Remember when he first came? He
Yeah.
tried it and he said, "Hey, I can't do this."
I know.
They
I
kept
can't-
robbing me.
I respect the game. If a motherfucker rob you because they know you got something, I tell a motherfucker, you ain't gotta hurt me, motherfucker. Take this bullshit. I'm gonna go get it again. I know how to hustle. But motherfuckers who don't have shit have nothing to lose. That is not to rub it in or talk shit about them. It's just I know that mentality. When a motherfucker ain't got shit, everything he do is basically that I ain't got shit credit card. They ain't gonna be accountable for nothing.
Right.
Whatever they fuck up, whatever they take. So if you got shit, you can't live around that type of mentality because that means you fool for the game. They gonna take your
Right,
shit.
but somebody shouldn't ever have to explain or justify why they chose to move out of the hood.
It's common sense for every other culture except ours. Every other culture, common sense is when you do better, you do better.
Right.
We're the only people who really fall back into. You don't hear Kenny Chesney and them talking about trailer homes in their songs.
And, you know, that's an interesting.
They think you're gonna lead them.
That's an interesting
Brother Sada,
angle
They
that
think
you
you're gonna
took.
lead them. That's what it is. And so they don't know how to word it right.
Right.
But I'm not leaving the hood. I'm
There you
always
go.
gonna
Right.
fuck
Keep your foot in
with
it.
hood
Keep your-
shit. Yeah, keep my
Yeah,
foot in it.
that's
Cause
different.
Right.
that's what I'm comfortable
Right.
around when I'm motherfucking talking to people. But I can't put all this shit in the hood.
Right. And
You can't park your Chevelle that you just got
'Cause they gonna think you flossing.
in the hood. Whether they think you flossing or not, somebody gonna get
But that's
that
what I'm saying.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. That's why I said you had an interesting point, Tommy. Well, this is what goes back to your original topic about apprenticeship. Because our community is so hell-bent on singularly getting mine fuck everybody else. Just imagine if the black community had a mentorship situation set up to where everyone mentored everyone. Big Mama mentored Mama. Mama mentored daughter. Granddaddy, Pop mentored Dad. Dad mentored Uncle. Uncle mentored brother. We don't have it set up like that. And the reason, well, I want to point this out. In the 90s, Steve Jobs, right, was I think it was he was asked to come back to Apple. They had booted him out of Apple. Then they asked him to come back because the dude who he picked to run it was from Pepsi, and that guy basically ran Apple into the ground. Didn't make it a competitive company. So they asked him to come back. Do you know how Bill Gates, not Bill Gates, but Steve Jobs rebirthed Apple? From his rival. Bill Gates gave him $120 million. These dudes were rivals, bitter rivals.
Never happen.
Black people don't do shit like that. Where you gonna find a rival in the hood that's gonna back your highest good?
Yeah, something you
Only
got going into
the only person I can say did that was Puffy, and I respect him as a man for doing that.
What did he back?
He got fired by Andre Harrell.
That was a cat
Didn't
fight.
recognize
I'm
me.
just saying,
You
but
know
he.
what?
Oh, that was a what?
A
You know
cat
what?
fight.
Stop.
But he got fired by the man. He started bad, boy. Andre Harrell, the stuff fell through the floor for Andre Harrell. He
There's a
hired him.
couple of little inside stories.
I thought that
There's
was cool. You
Yeah.
hired the dude that fired you, and he
Well-
said if he hadn't have fired him, he wouldn't have became who he was.
That was a
Right.
cat fight.
No, there's a couple of
But
stories
that's
like
the
that.
point I'm making is there's a couple. It's sporadic.
But
Yeah,
it's
it don't
sad.
happen
It's
at
sad
all.
that
It
you
don't
right.
happen on a consistent
There you go.
level
Right.
from generation to generation.
It doesn't happen.
And when that starts happening in the African American community, when we allow ourselves to be human, humans are flawed. We make mistakes. Man, every time you make a mistake in one of your relationships, it's almost like shit, point of no return. Whether it's a male or female, it's a point of no return.
So-
We have a point of no return with each other. So forgiveness is devoid in the hood.
I like what you just said right there, and we have to take a break. But when we come back, can we at this table all think of what could be a solution?
Yeah. That's
What
excellent.
can be a solution to what we just were talking about right there? When we come back, 5150 show, motherfuckers, fuck y'all, my best live.
Yeah. Ah!
Yeah, we 5150 show. We finding a way to survive. This pussy ass show costs money every week, motherfucker. But we finding ways to survive. I feel like it's worth it. And going back to what we were talking about what black people don't do, what black people do, how black people move out the hood. And it led to us saying how we have these issues with each other. Brother Sotomayor, I would like to ask you on those issues we have with each other, like that guy Steve. He said one guy lent the other guy money and they were rivals and stuff like that. What is your suggestion as of now? Just a suggestion, if you will. What can we do as people to turn things around?
Well, with most people, what you have to do is show a benefit. And we do a poor job of showing benefit for whatever it is we're doing. Because in certain situations, you have to show someone why they're sacrificing. Because if someone's going to help you get to where you're going, you got to show them a benefit. And we don't do that because a lot of times when we've seen I helped this guy run up to Philadelphia from the southern plantation and he don't come back. So now we stuck. So we don't want to help the next person run up to Philadelphia off the slave plantation because they're not gonna come back and get us. So we'll tell that they running. Now, seriously, this is where we've gotten to the situation where we will tell that they're trying to get away. I don't know if women have ever dated, like a lot of women out there may have dated a guy and his mother holds like a real tight grip on that dude. Like that dude's mom can say, well, I don't like your girlfriend, and he'll like break up with you. And you'll think, well, what makes him that connected to his mother like that? Well, it's all he knows. Well, a lot of us, hood mentality is all we know. And bringing each other down is easier than lifting each other up.
It's feel like we need to bring each other up.
Right. We got to show a benefit in it. The people who do got to stop using the other people.
A lot of people don't understand what you're saying when you say show a benefit. Like make that clear. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, show a benefit. There's a young guy from Arizona. He's a film student. I flew the guy here. Had him here in L.A. Bought his equipment and all kind of stuff. And I told him, he said, I told him, nigga, you got to suck my dick. It ain't that kind of party. Because, if a nigga buying you shit, you think, oh, hell. So I was like, no. I said, no, take it. You like, so. I was like, look, let me tell you what all you need to do. Right. What you need to do is when you get to where you go.
My homie did not. Go ahead. I was goofy. I couldn't.
Then he gave me the money. Let me take it.
What you got to do is this. You got to pass it to somebody else. Right. And here's what I'm hoping. That dude go back to campus, and he says to himself, I just literally got something for nothing, which was just the advice. That's it. So when he gets up to where he needs to be, he's going to say there's some benefit in doing this. Because the only benefit to me was I looked at it and said, I'm going to help somebody. And I believe in that person. And that's what the Steve Jobs situation. I believe in that person because if I make them bigger, the rivalry will still get me paid. He saw the benefit in it. And white people don't do anything. We've been talking about it all night. They don't do anything if there's no benefit in it. If they're giving your mother free cheese and free place to stay, there's some benefit in it for them. And we got to start, even when we reach down, think about how you don't hear many black people just giving money to somebody for a venture capital. Just give you money. Because at the end of the day, it's going to come back to you, but you have to believe that. And we are devoid of, as use his word, devoid, karma. We don't believe that what you put out there will bring you back, and we don't see the benefit, and we're so short-sighted. Black people are short-sighted. Most of us, we die right now, and people be struggling to try to bury us because we don't have life insurance. We are short-sighted. That's why when you were saying, like, if we got the money to buy it, we're going to buy it.
Go ahead, D. You can go ahead.
It's unfortunate because when I hear a lot of these conversations, and I'm not black, right?
But you're brown.
What? No, very funny. What? I thought. Are you serious?
It doesn't matter. Like when I say black
there you go.
When I say black people, I'm talking about black, brown, red, yellow. Trust me.
Okay, but wait, listen.
You have a history.
Yes.
I know I have a history, but listen.
Their history is this big ass mystery.
Right, but
their history is depth. I'm telling you, it's just people are scared to say it. Their history on this planet,
but
where they come from.
But a lot of that stuff
dark.
too, when I hear it, the conversations that go on, it to me the first thing that pops into my mind, Corey, shut up.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is where's the cultural? You guys don't have a culture to me.
You have to understand, we were kidnapped
I
and
know
brought
this,
here.
but that's what I'm saying. That to me is one of the first things I think about. Is wait a second, where's their culture?
I explain that to my Mexican brothers all the time.
Right,
I say,
and I'm saying,
you came here because you wanted to. We can't
exactly, I know that. So you don't have that. It was almost like you don't have. Where is
your history's missing?
Exactly.
No,
Bobby, you want to go in?
Yeah. First thing, we have a fractured culture. There were black people who came here hundreds of years ago as free men. And never were
Buffalo Soldiers.
No. There's black people from all over the world, look just like this brother here. Came here free people, stayed free people, but they were off the grid. Now here's what's important now, as far as the solution element is concerned. We got to rally around the achievers who have a conscience. There are people like the brother whose name I'm getting ready to mention. His name is Wendell Stimley. And at some point, I want him to come on this show. Wendell did a project in Watts, California, that refutes a lot of the stuff that we have been, led to believe. He had 40 jobs that paid $40 an hour, and this was just unskilled labor. 40 jobs. He applied. He sent out a bid for 40 jobs. 400 people from the Jordan Down Project, 400 brothers, applied for those 40 jobs. Now that meant a whole lot of people didn't get work that needed work, and they told him he couldn't do that. That it wasn't gonna be possible. Man, they gonna tear that. They gonna steal your tool. You gonna get robbed every day. This was in Jordan Downs. He did a rehabilitation project in Jordan Downs. He paid brothers $40 an hour who had never worked before, out of 400 that applied. Not only did they do the job in budget and on time, not one thing was stolen. They looked out for the project. They looked out for each other. And it proved that if you give a man a living wage, he'll put in a day's work. Because for the first time in his life, he got something to lose. Because do the math, $40 an hour times 40 hours a week, that's a living wage. So what we have to do in terms of solution is we have to find and connect to the brothers and sisters who still have a conscience, like a Corey Holcomb. It makes you uncomfortable sometimes when I say this, but you get down like that, man. You've invested in people. You've invested in a culture. That's right. Tuck your coat in, because I know you've been that kind of brother to me. And I know that there's a brother like Zoe. We have to do a better job of passing the microphone to people who can get shit done, as opposed to the people who we perceive as leaders in our community.
Barack Obama.
We have to lift them up, though.
Lift who up?
Those people.
That's
You
my
lift up
point.
The wrong people.
Did you hear what I just said? I'm listening to you share a story, and as a writer, that's my business, is to tell those stories. Say, I'm tired of y'all handing the microphone to somebody that ain't putting people to work. Okay.
Right.
If you ain't putting people to work, shut the fuck up.
That's real.
That's good shit.
And Zoe, you want to say something? Or
Yeah.
All right.
Just really quickly, consciousness is the real currency. See, white people know the difference between money and power. See, they'll let niggas get rich because they understand that money isn't power. They'd rather have power than money. When they're changing other countries, they go into Afghanistan and say, we're going to just start a war because we want the oil here. And we're going to build a pipeline and to create a diversion for that. We'll just create a war and then take over the opium and do all of that because we want to do something else. It ain't just about money. The guys that have the greatest impact on African American culture is Nene Leakes and Jay-Z and Beyonce and the Atlanta Housewives. We've got to learn how to reevaluate what is really powerful in our community. And you know what's powerful? Our sisters are powerful. Now, they have a faulty programming through slavery, through the feminist movement and all these other ancillary, tertiary things that have happened to us. And our brothers have a broken programming running on them. We have to really objectively look at how the quality of our thoughts downgrade our collective experience with one another. And the only way to do that is to be accountable. Black man, I'm accountable for mistreating my woman, for disrespecting her. Sister, I'm accountable for marginalizing his importance. And the moment we do that, you said something earlier about appreciation. There's research out there that'll tell you when women, regardless of race, appreciate their men, testosterone levels shoot through the roof. Because testosterone is connected to being appreciated. When the testosterone levels drop, your mental shit, your sharpness drops, everything drops, your health, everything. If a woman takes for granted that a man was there walking alongside her to make sure she got to her car, oh, that's just what you're supposed to do. No, motherfucker, say thank you.
That's right.
Right? That's the bottom line. Appreciation both ways. We don't appreciate each other unless we've accumulated something. And the something we've accumulated is called valuable by the person who has built this whole system of oppression. He's given you fiat power while he has real power.
I get it. And I want to say this. What I'm about to say is going to be controversial. It's going to scare some of you people out there who listening, but I feel like it's necessary. In order for the indigenous people of this planet to become who they can be, we have to separate ourselves from Caucasian people. And nobody likes to say that because it's scary. Because they know white people are listening. I know white people are listening. White people who I plan on having them write me checks soon. But it's too much at stake for us not to say this. Caucasian people are the problem. Their history on this planet is the darkest thing that I have ever read up on. But like today, we can't separate ourselves from Caucasian people. What I will say to the black people out there, let them go. Stop trying to be like them. We mold what we're trying to do off what we see Caucasian people do. And you're not going to be able to do it like them because you're not cut like them. They're cold-blooded animals. All of this shit you see on TV, how you think you're supposed to look, act, things you're supposed to do in business, you're not going to, I'm talking about the average moral person is not going to be able to cutthroat everybody to get some money. The average moral person. But my study of Caucasian people, and I'm not saying this to be prejudiced, they have cutthroat literally everybody, including the animals. If animals could talk, they would be saying the same thing I'm saying right now.
Right, you niggas out of order.
Are foul than a motherfucker. So I say that just to put something on your mind. Because sometimes when you say it, people are like, well, wow, yeah, I never thought of it like that.
Well,
I'm not saying this to start shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying you have to realize where your problems are coming from.
Right.
Your problems are coming from the people who oppress everything on this planet, and that's Caucasian people.
Right. We overvalue everything they put out.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's
cars,
scary.
Clothes.
It's scary
Who
for me
the
to
fuck
say
is
that.
Louis Vuitton.
Right.
That matters to a
Some
lot of niggas.
homosexual.
Right?
Some man who's so moist that he carry purses. And we will break our neck.
Trying to get some shit.
I done bought a motherfucking $2,700 Louis bag. I was embarrassed because I'm not stupid. I'm like, I can't believe
I'm gonna tell you, the black race.
But I bought it.
The black man and woman in America is the most comfortable slave on planet Earth. That's the real shit right there.
Go deeper.
Well, you know,
Go ahead,
a
Bobby.
different way of saying what we may have all said, but I'll claim this. How about if we mind our own business?
I don't understand what you mean when you say that.
Mind our own business. You know,
here we go.
when I was younger, people said, "Why don't you mind your own business?" You know, because we over here in this person's business, over here in that person's business. Mind your own business. The minute I start thinking of taking care of my business, and I look at it as my business, then I can see it as your business. If I'm looking for value, if I'm looking to come up, I'm not looking to see how I can pull Corey Holcomb down in order to get up to replace you. You understand what I'm saying?
When you say mind your own business, are you saying that like, don't watch what I got to get yours?
No, I'm not trying to. That's very important. Very important. Like if you can open the door and I can bring something through that door, that's different trying to beat you to that door and then closing it behind me. See, I've seen many instances in our culture where we look at each other as liabilities and not assets. And
Steve Harvey, every bridge he built as a comedian and crossed, he burned that motherfucker down so the next motherfucker couldn't get to that motherfucker.
we have to get away from that model, and that's why I mentioned Wendell Stimley, and I'm gonna mention Michelle Smith Ballard. We talked today about the stadium that they're building in San Francisco. They're gonna play the 2015 Super Bowl in. All right, that's how far out these games are played. This sister, because I had done business with her 10 years ago, and we didn't have no problems. I didn't hit on her, nothing like that. I respect her husband. She went to bat and called one of the largest construction companies in the world and said, look, have a meeting with this brother. Now, I can't put a brick nowhere, but I was able to, on this brother's behalf, because this sister is not that ratchet person we're talking about. She worked for the company, and instead of, being afraid to use that power, she used that power. And that's how that brother gets in the game, and he can pay young cats with no skills money because he ain't trying to hold on to all of it. And then if we need to multiply those successes, is what I'm saying. When we find something and somebody that's working, let's get on behind them. So let's get ready for next week and what we're doing, man. What you got going
But
on this
Bobby,
week?
that's great.
Wow,
We
that
just got to make sure that we leave room to hurt each other. Cause you can't get to forgiveness unless you get hurt. And right now we don't have no room to hurt each other.
Well, we got to make
I
room.
get what you're saying.
That's why I say we're not allowed to be human.
We have to
with each
model.
other.
No, we have to model that behavior because we've all had disputes of different degrees, but we done come back here each week and shown people around the world that there's some love in this room, there's some respect in this room.
sure.
We don't have to agree on everything, but one thing we have in common is we want to see our people do better, and we just have to replicate that. We have to
Well,
multiply
just
that.
know this. I mean, I ain't trying to blow off no point nobody made, but I want people to recognize what they're up against in this country, and you are not free. The war is on. We just put our head and tails between our legs and allow these people to do what they're doing. But the war is on, motherfucker.
As long
It's
as they got
just
the laws.
right. We're losing right now. But one day, even though you might be a coward, you might be Charles Barkley talking about, yeah, he shouldn't have went to jail. You might, all you motherfuckers one day are gonna have to step up and fight because something is going to trigger. Something is going to trigger the shit where the games are over. It's on.
Yeah.
We're going to be at war with these motherfuckers we've been at war with for the longest. It's just we've been letting them step on our head and not fighting back.
Word.
I'm going to say something that's a little more controversial than what you said. There needs to be a black civil war.
You mean amongst
Between-
each other?
Yes. We have to. If every other culture's done it. The
We're
Jews
gonna
did
kill all the bougie motherfuckers.
No, the
get
Jews
them
did it. A lot of people
motherfuckers
don't
out
understand
first.
it. Even if you think about back in the Bible, just pull up your
What
Bible.
he said, I want to say something.
Just think about it. Back in the Bible, do you understand why why Moses and the children of Israel were in the wilderness for 40 years?
I don't know nothing about the Bible. I ain't
God-
read that bullshit.
Fucking with me though.
Yeah, but see, because God wanted the ones who were building the golden calf and all that, He wanted them to die because He didn't want them to go into the new world, the promised land. Did you know that Moses didn't even go into the promised land because God was mad at him too?
Yeah.
God
He
was
didn't-
mad at him.
Yes, and He wouldn't let him in because the whole thing is if you got a friend or a cousin or whoever it is that live in the hood and got roaches, if you let him come move in your house and he bring his clothes, what you gonna have in your house?
There you go.
Hey,
I see what you're saying.
Sotomayor.
You're saying the niggas need a pruning.
We
need
do.
to prune
We
the
have to prune
leaves.
ourselves before we can go to anybody. You got to maintain power. Like, say, if we were trying to get a movie together right now, whatever it was we were trying to do, we'd have to make sure we had our ducks in a row before we go to anybody and tell them, hey, this is why we need the money.
Right. I agree with what you're saying, but I do feel like if black people were not under the power of white people, we would sort our shit out through the laws of nature, through
Yes.
jungle shit. The weak would go away because the weak wouldn't be able to call the police when they bullshit. The weak who's come with that bullshit will be weeded out by the motherfucking real alpha males of our society.
Your
Right.
white
Yeah.
President Lincoln said when he signed the Emancipation Proclamation, he said the black man should leave here.
Yeah.
Look it up. He said he should leave. He said he will not be able to prosper in this land. Now, if a white man tell you you might need to get out,
Hello.
rats
You better
are
listen
smarter-
to that motherfucker.
If you're on a boat and you see the rats running, where do you go?
He on that penny backwards for a reason. I'm just saying, I hate that this fucking show, the time is over. You know, with us all sitting here like this, the time flew by. The brother Sotomayor on deck.
Thanks for coming through.
It was real, man. I'm glad you called me, man. When you was calling me, you know, I'm bad with phone calls and shit, but I saw you was like, nigga, what's up? I'm
Yeah,
like,
because when in Atlanta, the nigga called the police on me when I tried to shake his hand.
Look, there's a good start. Look, here's
yeah, this is a good start. I mean, it's
Two
like it
brothers
is.
Just,
We good. We
Hey,
good. Sotomayor,
that's a lovely
you
thing to
are,
see.
You a friend of the show.
Yeah.
And I know you in town for a little while. And while you in town, just come see us. It's all good, man. You enhance this thing. You know, we and that's what we want to do. We want to enhance this thing. We want to try to build something. My vision of this is me shocking the world and building something that black people embrace and get behind, where the beast has to cut us a check and give us some airwaves because he know he can make some money off of it. That's
how they
my
roll.
plan.
That's how they do it.
And because there's nothing like this on television.
No.
And they don't want to put nothing like this on television. But if black people will get behind it, what they going to do, they going to come to all of us separately. This is what the Beast going to do. They going to try to get Bobby to grow his hair and put a curly kid in it. They going to get you to shave off your facial hair because that shit look rough to the motherfucker. They going to tell Zoe he needs to wear some earrings and some shit over there.
Get a neck tattoo.
They gonna tell Darlene, goddammit, that she got to have some chiquitas or something to see eating on shit. You know how they do.
Fruit hat. Wear a fruit hat.
And then after a while, they gonna be like, you know what? You could get your own show. Well, fuck them. They gonna do the separation thing. They so good at it.
Right.
But I don't worry about that role when it comes. But we gonna get it, y'all.
But Corey, promote your shirts, man.
Well, I got the 5150 shirts. Me and my producer friend, we haven't set up the shit where you can purchase them yet, but I have them. It's just setting up the store, setting up everything. It's been delayed. Right. You know what I'm saying? I run too much.
And what part of the country you gonna be in next? Let them know where you gonna be.
I gotta go to Dayton, Ohio, but that's next week. I was going to promote it on the next show. But the brother Sotomayor has his shirts. Don't you have your shirts?
Yeah. Yeah, you just go to SotomayorTV.com. We got all kind of shirts. We got another shirt out there. It's called Dick Riding is not a mode of transportation.
Right.
Dick riding
Love it.
is not a mode of transportation.
Look at the show right now. It says
Ladies, show me the cat facts.
Right.
Hey, we did that show. That's crazy.
Brother Sotomayor be on his shit.
Yeah. All kind of shirts up in there. Beware the hair-hatted hooligans. All kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like that.
Speaking of shirts, of course, you can get my shirts too at IamZoeWilliams.com. PayPal account set up, the whole get down. Go Deeper shirt, Trauma and Forgiveness shirt. Just check us out, man. Please support everything we're doing. And, of course, Bobby, your book, Real Men Don't Play.
Yeah, you can get it at my website, www.realmendon'tplay.com. It's also on Amazon and iTunes.
I just want to say my next shirt that I'm bringing to Dayton, Ohio, at the Funny Bone out there in Dayton. If you want to get this shirt, because I basically sell them exclusively at my shows. I haven't put them online because I haven't been in a rush to put them online.
Right.
Those motherfuckers are thieves.
But you know they love
We
you.
was gonna talk about the guy who's stealing.
Love you, though.
He's stealing Patrice O'Neal.
O'Neal, yep.
Patrice O'Neal is a comedian. He passed. He was one of the best up and coming guys in the game. And there was this one guy out there stealing his jokes. And straight stealing his jokes. And I know when motherfuckers see my shirt, they want to steal them, because my next shirt is basically going on the front. It's gonna say, "My side girl's child is happy for us," and on the back, I'm gonna have a little boy holding up some shoes, talking about that man bought me some Jordans. What?
Shit.
All them side bitches kids like me when I buy them some Jordans. Them motherfuckers be telling their mama, "You need to give him a chance, bitch."
Christmas is coming, right? Christmas is coming.
Little niggas don't like me. I don't know why. I don't like no woman with no little boys. Them motherfuckers don't like me.
Them little boys, I be taxing them little motherfuckers.
I come out the house like Ving Rhymes making.
You want some breakfast?
You know what I'm saying? Making food.
Want some need, Jody?
Straight
The man in the house.
Don't do that in front of no young boy.
But you know what?
Sotomayor's, motherfucker.
Oh, damn.
Stupid. Well, look, if
Hey, but I'm
anybody's
going to say it again before we
good.
get out of here. I'm sorry. Please support Bobby's book. Please support the brother's shirts. Wherever he said to go get them, where is it?
SotomayorTV.com. Everything's on SotomayorTV.com. They take you to other stuff.
Right?
Like people know how to spell that, man, you know.
It's right there.
Sotomay. Sotomayor.
There you go.
Sotomayor.
I mean, and the reason why I reiterate this at the end of every show, it's very important that you guys continue to support our movement,
that's
man.
right.
Because that's the only way we keep this pussy-ass bootleg show
I gotta
rolling.
get my shirts online so I can recoup for some of this bullshit I done bought.
You done bought 14 phone lines that don't work.
There are these phones. I hate my people can't call.
Magic Jack
Y'all
and
hang in
shit.
there. Right. Y'all hang in
Magic
there.
Jack threw me off because I bought it.
And you find out it's a con.
It's a
Magic Jack wants your credit card number.
I thought if I got the Magic Jack, I would be able to break up my girl and not use my hand.
Oh, that's
You bogus. I caught it, motherfucker.
You fell for it.
Anyway,
Oh, one more thing.
go ahead, Zoe.
So What Show will be airing here next Tuesday. This is the new home of the So What Show. You know, me and Corey are going to do it for real. I'm going to have Jeff Brown, Mark Goulston, everybody here. It's going to be, and Tommy Sotomayor will be here.
That's what's
next
up.
Tuesday. Oh, it's gonna
what's
be
up.
nuts.
Oh, great.
Oh, dude, we got a crazy
Good.
show. It's gonna
Corey Holcomb, 5150show.com is new, but I'm trying to get it cracking. Everybody that listened tonight, I appreciate y'all. We saw the numbers. That shit quadrupled from last week. So motherfuckers is finding out. Motherfuckers is hearing about the shit. Maybe we can get that paper back and we can't have bitches stealing it.
Well, can I say something
Bullshit
real
over
quick
there.
before we go off the
motherfucking,
air?
What's that bullshit ass?
Corey.
What we used to be?
What? Where?
RMC.
RMC,
RMC,
yeah, that
oh my
travesty.
You
Motherfuckers
guys
getting
know.
money in
I
our
think I did that
name
one
and still
twice.
smiling with us. Get your pussy ass out of here, bitch.
That's fine.
Smiling with you. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, look, no, if anybody's in the LA area this weekend, on the 11th, they're going to have the Radiotron's 30th anniversary. I don't know if you know about that club. It's legendary here.
In LA?
Yeah, and that
It was
saved
on
my
Breaking.
life. Right, so if you look at it, if you
That's
go
where you
to-
met Ice-T.
That's where I met him, but I was also dancing there beforehand to stay out of trouble. I
That's not
literally-
important. That's where you met Ice-T.
Shut your ass up. It is. It was a youth
That's when
foundation.
your life changed.
It pretty much.
That's when he used to
And,
hang with the glove.
Well, he'll be there. And wait, no, seriously, I didn't hang with him. That was Ice's DJ. That was.
Yeah, whatever you say. Look here. That was
They
just-
weren't allowed in there. It was a youth center. They had already left.
like miracles, like on Breaking
No,
2.
that's what they took this story from. It really
Miracles.
existed, right? So everybody's going to be there this weekend who used to go there, and there's a lot of people. So Egyptian Lovers performing for free, and it's from
Egyptian
yes,
Lover,
and you
wow.
might not ever see some of these folks. So like Kid Frost,
Kid Frost?
Toddy T, King
Toddy
King-
T!
The Glove and Egypt are going to perform, and they're going to DJ.
Wow.
But all the
Elderly rappers.
No, well, because it's 30th anniversary, bastard.
Wheelchairs and everything.
Handy-
IVs. on
Handyman will be
stage.
there. Handyman will be there. He used to be a breakdancer. See, I'm that's my background, so I don't know if you guys know that. But that was me. I'm a locker. I'm a popper. That's what brought me
You
to
gotta
LA.
pop right now. Can we get some music?
Hey, last night she popped her throat. I mean,
You know
last
what?
week she popped her
I
throat.
did not. It was for
You
your
popped your
neck.
throat. Oh,
But anyway, if you're
throat
interested
exercise.
in coming to it, it's free. It's from 4 to 9 p.m. at MacArthur Park in the exact same area where the original club used to be. There you go.
MacArthur Park.
MacArthur Park.
Like
yeah.
on training day, where dude was like, MacArthur Park.
MacArthur Park,
When he was
exactly.
in the tub.
So if you want to go see where
the
MacArthur
essays
where it
on.
was filmed, go ahead. Yes.
That's what we fucking with you, dude.
Anyway, but no, it's gonna be really nice.
We gotta wrap this pussy ass shit
up.
up. It's over 2 hours long. Look, y'all motherfuckers know what's up, man. We appreciate you motherfuckers. We appreciate Sotomayor for popping in.
Yes.
The whole crew. You know, we gonna find a way, y'all.
You know, shit.
5150 show. We signing out. Y'all be good. See y'all next week.
Deuces.
Nice. Phone will be working.
Are we off air?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's no surprise